this recipe, you'll need 2.5 cups of zucchini, 4 eggs, 3/4 cups of vegetable oil, 2 1/4 cups of sugar, a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1.5 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of fresh nutmeg that I'm gonna grate, a teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 1/4 cups of flour, and a cup of chopped walnuts. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sift my dry ingredients. So I got here my flours. Now it is really important to sift all your dry ingredients because sometimes may have little lumps. Got my sugar. See how it has all these, it is not pleasant to bite into. Do is I'll just mix the dry ingredients together. Now next I'm gonna mix my wet ingredients. My 4 eggs. My vanilla. And my oil. Okay, and I'm just gonna beat it just until they are all incorporated together. Okay. Alright, so I beat the eggs, the oil, and the vanilla. Now I'm gonna mix in my 2.5 cups of grated zucchini. The zucchini has got water in it. So I'm just gonna mix this together. And it will loosen up our mixture. Just mix it together. Now, time to add my wet ingredients to the dry. And what I love about zucchini bread or banana bread, it doesn't require a lot of work. You just mix the ingredients all together and boom, you have a delicious treat. Okay, now I'm gonna stir it in. And I'm just gonna mix it just until it is incorporated. Now I'm going to add in my chopped walnuts. If you don't like walnuts, you can substitute it to pecans or even if you want chocolate chips, but I like it with the walnuts. Just stir that in. Okay. Pans, loaf pans. And I have sprayed it, make sure you get the corners, and I put a piece of parchment so that it's easy to take out. Now I got my little spatula, and I have a ladle. I like to make sure that both of my loaves are evenly portioned. Alright, we are very close to being done. Alrighty, and now I got both of them evenly filled. Alright, now what I like to do is on top of them, I like to add in some chopped pecans. Because I like that crunch factor, both pecans and walnuts. And evenly put it there. Now my walnuts. All right. And then last but not least, I like to add sanding sugar because that sanding sugar is going to give us some crunchiness. Now these are gonna go to a preheated oven at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes to an hour, or until the center of the breads come out clean. And I'll show you in a bit once they're done. And what I'm doing is I'm gonna put both of these loaves in a sheet pan and put them in the oven, just in case if for some reason they overflow. I have this as a protection in the bottom. My zucchini breads are in the oven, so like I said, for about 1 hour, but in 30 minutes, take them and rotate them so they can cook evenly. And until in a little bit. Alrighty, our zucchini breads have came out of the oven. Now what I'm gonna do is, even though I have this parchment here, I'm still gonna come into the corners just in case. And now you just pick it up like this. Beautiful. Just the smell. When you do take it out of the oven, let it at least to cool 10 to 15 minutes before slicing. Same thing here. Now, and I will just as you can see how nice the bottom of this bread is. Now look at how nice that looks. Let me see if I can bring it closer. How nice that bread is. I'm going to slice my zucchini bread just so I can show you the inside. Now what I will do is, the next day, tomorrow, I'll slice it into loaf sizes, and I will put some butter on it, and I will put it on the flat top griddle and dab with a nice smear of butter. Look at that. Look at the inside of that. Look at how nice that looks. Nice and soft. Now I am going to taste one. See? Usually when it's still warm, I like to smear little butters. Still a tad warm, but look how soft it looks. It is pretty good if I say so myself. But friends, here it is. Zucchini bread, or zucchini nut bread. And until next time at Tyler's Italian Kitchen, have a good one.